Hey everyone, this is me, Sascha for OutOfThisBinary, and this week we're talking about mental illness. Before I continue, um, there's a possibility that I will get a phone call while I'm recording this, and that means that this will shut down and I'll have to do it all over again. Also, the reason why I'm like almost sitting on the kitchen thing is so you don't really have to see me very closely because I have a lot of acne. Um, I could possibly I could like trigger warning everything that I'm about to mention because, well, we're talking about mental illness. So, just to let you know, I will talk about OCD a little bit, maybe, and anxiety disorder ish stuff. Yeah. Um, First things first, I've never really been diagnosed with anything other than gender dysphoria in 2012. Um, I believe, but I'm not 100% sure that back then it was still called gender identity disorder, and they changed that not so long after that, but I'm not completely sure. Anyway, that's the only thing that I have a diagnosis for. We all know that gender dysphoria, I beg your pardon, is not a mental illness. I mean, come on. So let's not go into that, shall we? Um, I've talked to many psychologists, social workers, therapists for over the last 10, 12 years. And well, they did say that I have a depressive personality, a negative outlook on life, but that's not really look on life, but that's not really depression. They've said that I could have depression, but they never diagnosed me with that. Um, Anxiety. Um, I've never been diagnosed with anxiety disorder, though I suffer from a lot of anxiety, especially in the last month, 1.5 months. Uh, I'm not. They're not really called panic attacks. What I have, but it's like almost a panic attack. Like all the signs are almost there, besides hyperventilation or something. So yeah, living in a constant state of fear and breakdown is not so much fun. So I do have an appointment with a psychologist on Friday for that, and I've already talked about this on my personal channel, which I'm not quite sure of. That I should put a link down below because some people watch these videos and aren't really that friendly and kind. So yeah, but yes, I have an appointment on Friday, and I'm a little bit upset. Now let me tell you why. Um, like the main doctor, there's like a word for it in English. It's sort of a family doctor, but not really. I went to him and I talked about it, and he said that the reason he asked me is the reason why you're so anxious all the time and almost on the verge of having panic attacks because you are transgender. And I said, no, that's not the case. Back then, I didn't really know what it was, but now, after 4 weeks of thinking about it, I'm pretty sure where it's coming from. So I told him, no, that's not the case. So then he said, okay, but I am going to put that on the letter the referral letter that is going to the psychologist, or you have to bring to the psychologist the fact that you are transgender, because that's a part of you. It's something that you are have, so they know about it. And I was like, okay, that's fine. Then 3 days later, I picked up the referral letter thing, and literally it said this person could be having a panic or anxiety disorder because of the fact that they are transgender. And then there was a list of everything that I've ever been to the hospital for, and they like almost diagnosed me with. And transitioning, gender stuff was like in capital letters under in that list. So I was mad. I was like, now I'm going to have to explain to this therapist for the next 5 weeks, well, when I was going there, that the reason that I'm looking for help is not because I have anxiety because I'm transgender, because that's not the case. But I do agree with the fact, and I've talked about this before with people, that a lot of medical people think that everything you have has something to do with the fact that you are transgender. It's like almost going to the dentist and the dentist telling you that the pain that you're in is because of you are transgender, which is like it's absurd. Like that's the only thing that you are. It's the only thing that you have. Like really. So I was really pissed about that, and I was thinking about going back to the doctor and telling him to write a different letter with with the truth in it. But then I was like, no, like I'm sure that the psychologist that I'm going to see is going to understand that. So let's hope and pray for that, shall we? So yes, I'm very interested in seeing where that is going. He first wanted to put me on antidepressants, but I was like, that's not really something that I like, because I hear a lot of bad stories about them, about the side effects in the first 6 to 8 weeks or something. And when you have anxiety, that's not very good, because those symptoms can increase your anxiety, and you have to take like sedatives, calming pills to stop you from having those side effects, and it's very difficult to wean yourself off of that. He did give me a prescription for oxazepam, which is a benzodiazepine, and it calms me, but it was like for 15 days, and now I have almost no pills left, and I'm pretty anxious about that, because they do help me a lot, even though it doesn't just take away the anxiety, it also stops you from having like being like very emotional or something. Like any kind of emotion, it kind of just stops you from having that. So yeah, interested to see where that's going. I'll probably talk about that on my personal channel. And if you want to know what my personal channel is, just send me a message and I'll tell you, because I don't really feel comfortable putting that under this video. So I also wanted to talk about OCD and my intrusive thoughts, obsessive thoughts, but not really having a diagnosis for OCD, or not really fitting all the criteria for having OCD. But this video is already getting too long, so I won't do that. So I hope you enjoyed this. It's a long video for me, because most of my videos are almost 3 to 4 minutes. But I'm very passionate about this subject, and I really think it needs to be talked about. So I hope I haven't triggered you that much. I hope everyone's doing okay and taking care of themselves. And I will see you next time. Bye.